Waters, why don't you go next?
All right. So, I was laying in my bed the other morning, not wanting to go to work.
Okay.
So I'm...
As you do.
Of course.
As everyone does.
Let's be honest. Until this becomes our job, I don't want to get out of bed. So I'm scrolling through Twitter, and I see this article. And it was about the vanishing of Ethan Carter. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh. So I click on it, I'm going through. And I'm reading all the stuff the creators were talking about, like their things that were hard to get through, and so on and so on. So it piqued my interest, so I dove a lot more into it. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, for those who don't know, is already released on PC. Mm-hmm. Tuesday, July 14th, we're getting it on PlayStation 4. I'm super stoked for this because it's a murder mystery, which are always great. And which are always cool.
Phones need to be on silent, by the way.
Thanks for reminding me.
Besides his.
It looks super dark, which
it does, yeah.
Is cool. And the whole he's looking into like this different realm thing and seeing what happened to lead him into his next clues. Him being, I forget how to pronounce his last name, Paul Prospero? Prospero, thank you. Paul Prospero, who's the detective on the case for the vanishing of Ethan Carter. It's saying he's linked with the occult, or like knows about the occult really well, and can communicate with the dead. So it gives this whole new like twist on him being the detective. Looks great. Any thoughts from you guys about will you, won't you play?
Go ahead.
I'll play it. It just sounds a lot like Murder Soul Suspect.
That's yeah. At first glance, they're probably pretty similar.
Yeah.
I am actually I've actually known about this game for a while because when it came out on PC, like everyone was talking about it. This game was like all the rage, and I looked it up and I saw it was a PC game, so I was like, well, that's dumb. Yeah. So like not having a PC to play games on and being a mainly PS4 gamer, as soon as I heard it was PC exclusive, I just like erased it from my knowledge box.
Yeah.
And then I heard it was eventually coming to PS4, so then I started to look back into it again. Like you said, murder mystery, love those. I'm huge on like murder mysteries and thrillers. And I saw that this game, when I was watching the trailer for the PS4 version of the game, at the end, there's like, like all the like logos for everyone that's publishing the game and all that crap. And at the bottom it said 2015 BAFTA Award nominee for video game innovation. And it didn't win. It only got nominated, but still, like, I mean, yeah, it was nominated at the BAFTAs for game innovation. So, like, I don't really know what they did that's different, but obviously they did something different, and I'm excited to figure out what that is. Right. Play the game.
I've been talking about this, but no one has remembered me talking about this.
He also doesn't remember what he had for breakfast. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
I can't remember that kind of shit, but you put me in specific situations, I remember that kind of stuff. But no, I've been really looking forward to this game. When it was announced, it was coming out last September. I want to say it was like last July, when there's a lot of hype going up for PC because it's going to Steam right away. A lot of people were wondering like, what about PlayStation 4 and Xbox One? Yeah. And apparently, the astronauts, the studio that makes it, they're like, So, like, as, like, going into that release date, like, nobody knew if it was coming to Xbox One or PS4 at any time. Yeah. No one had any idea. And I was so upset because I really, like, I talked to a friend about it. He was really stoked for it. And I was like, I want to play this. Like, this looks so cool. Right. And he's like, get Steam. And I was like, no.
Mac.
Well, I can get Steam.
You don't have all the games that...
What?
Not all of our release.
Yeah. I can't even play it on Mac, but anyway. I can get Steam, I just can't get that game on Steam. But no, it was really cool. I'm definitely going to play it, but unfortunately it comes out the same day as God of War on the 14th. So I'm like, ugh. Come on. Everything happens at the same time.
That's actually a really good point, because it also comes out the same day as the Batgirl DLC for Arkham Knight, so I forgot about that.
Everything comes out on the same fucking day.
I'll play it.
Fuck yeah, Sam. Me and Sam get it.
I'm probably gonna stream it.
So I'll get it day one and play it.
I'll play it sometime in September.
I mean, I'll probably play it like the week after or something. Like
You just got
as soon as I
Batgirl first.
do Batgirl and get 100% on that, then I'll probably go get it. But
Yeah, I just got I still got Final Fantasy. I still want to play Batman. I have so much shit.
it's true.
So little time.
I was checking into what the studio is saying about the score for the game,
Okay.
and they had. Now this is very Polish, so it's real hard for me to pronounce.
Mikolaj
Mikolaj
Stroinsky.
was the guy they asked to write the score for it. He's been nominated and won a lot of awards for his scores and yada yada yada. So they gave it to him. They said, "Can you make a couple? Send it to us. We'll see what we think." So they sent it to him, and they listened to it, and they were like, "This is terrible. What the hell were you doing?"
Wow.
So in a very formal meeting, they got together and they're like, "Look, what we heard is not what we envisioned for the game, and we're hoping you can go back and do something different, and maybe we can go with that." He was very taken aback by it and was like, "What? I mean, sure, I guess." So he went back to the studio, and one of the guys came up and was like, "Did anybody play the game and listen to the music at the same time?" And they were like, "No." He's like, "I did. Maybe you should." So we sat down and started both at the same time, and it was magical. It was like what it made us feel in those moments were exactly what we want others to feel, and it swept us through this. We realized how wrong we were, so in the middle of the night we got a hold of him and we're like, "I'm so sorry. This is fantastic." And he's like, "Yeah, I know."
That's awesome, though.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool when you can well, it's always cool when a company like that can admit their mistakes.
Yeah.
But it's also cool when the artist is like, "Yeah, it's cool, man."
Mhm.
You know what I mean? We're good. Just put my music in there.
I picture him sitting in a big armchair in front of a fire with a glass of scotch, just waiting by the phone. Just, "Oh, you're sorry."
Yeah, that's I'm a really big fan of video game music
Mm-hmm.
and how it affects your experience in the game.
Definitely.
And so I love when I hear that these big name composers are scoring a game.
Yeah.
That makes me excited for it.
Same here. Music's like when we lived together, I went on that kick of just listening to scores for I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting and different listening to how the composers write their music without being enveloped in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And then sometimes you get this brand new song for a game that turns out to be completely ripped off, and then that song never gets put in another game. Oh, I'm talking about Metal Gear Solid 2 theme.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was like, I know this story.
Yeah, Harry Gregson Williams ripped off the song that he used for the Metal Gear Solid 2 theme.
No, it's cool because this speaks to the Vanishing of Ethan Carter, because it is just so acclaimed for how beautiful it is.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I think to go along with how good it looks, it's also how well it sounds.
Yeah, definitely.
They were actually talking about how they had to change the graphics because, quote, "it was too real." They're using the Unreal Engine 4, and they were saying, when they first made it, they're like, "This doesn't fit the paranormal, dark murder mystery." So they had to do some grayscaling and some different things to change it a little.
I see what you're saying.
Because they were like, it's too mundane, it's too perfect, and we can't have that for this.
Are the graphics actual graphics? It's not like Ether 1?
Yeah, they said they used the photo something or another, where they went outside and took
So
a
it
picture
looks like
and
real
put it in.
people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all the landscaping is actually done in Poland. All the pictures were in this valley in Poland.
That's sweet.
But the story takes place in Kansas because they're like, "Oh, this is a story that could happen anywhere." And they're like, "No, Ethan Carter could not happen in Poland with that kind of name." It's it doesn't translate. And they're like, "Kansas?"
Are they a Polish developer?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of big stuff coming out of Poland. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, no, it's no problem. But the Astronauts is made up of a lot of big name Polish, a lot of 80s big Polish video game developers disbanded, and recently have come together to make the Astronauts.
Come together to make one of the greatest things.
You know who else is a really big Polish developer is CD Projekt Red,
Mm-hmm.
The Witcher.
Ah, really? Huh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's actually, fun fact, the Witcher video games are based on a series of books by a Polish author.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Son of a bitch.
I know. I would never known that. But didn't you? Who got the Witcher stuff from GameStop that one time?
I don't know.
We won it that night at the Arkham Knight release.
Well, who won the stuff? Didn't somebody win stuff like a CD?
Oh, I took it from Vlade's game.
Oh, okay.
Soundtrack's awesome.
And we won that
Makes it
medallion
sound
at
like
the
you're on a
midnight release, but I
adventure.
traded it for a poster.
Pushing weight.
Yeah.
Because we won so many things. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for that.
Okay.
I'm super
Yeah.
excited.